Here's a question I ask people all the time. How much money do you want to make? And usually I'll get either no answer or, well, I want to make as much as I can. And I go, okay, but tell me what that number is. And they'll say, well, why do you need to know that? I said, because we're going to build your business and your life to meet your needs. And one of them obviously is financial. We all have financial needs. And most people haven't even thought about it. Can you imagine? Ask yourselves as I say this, have you really thought about exactly how much you need instead of everything? Because you're not getting everything, I can assure you of that. And that has a lot to do with how you run your life. A lot to do. But most people don't think about the fundamental things about their life. Do you want to have children? Do you want to, go to Europe? I mean, what life do you want? Have you ever written that down? What kind of psychic life do you want? I have a very calm life. I'm fortunate. I have a little 1,000 square foot house near the beach. It's calm, it's quiet. I have all the little things that I like to do. And I have a good life. I didn't always have a good life. But I finally figured out what I need. It took me a long time. You need to figure out what you need. And you need to figure out what's preventing you from getting it. And a lot of times what you're going to find, and this is the unfortunate part, is a lot of the people you have in your life are chosen for the wrong reasons. And they got to go. You're going to have to, you're going to have to cut yourself off from them. You're going to have to move on. You're going to have to go on your own. It could be your girlfriend, it could be your wife, it could be your mom, it could be your best friend, it could be the clubs you belong to. I know a person that I was talking to, a very good person that does a sports thing, and some of the people that he was doing the sports with were these people who go to Thailand and have sex with basically children. I don't know, and there's no kind way to say it. And I said to him, and he thought it was reprehensible, and obviously I did too, and I said, then why do you associate with them? And he said, well, they're involved in something I'm involved in. I said, maybe you shouldn't be involved in that thing anymore, because those kinds of people are not good to be around. The other thing I can tell you is one of the reasons I like working in the creative world is that people are much more open than in the regular business world to change and to new ideas. Personally, for me, with my issues, being around positive people makes a huge difference. I've pretty much eliminated all the negative people from my life. And some of them are good people, and some of them I like, I haven't eliminated them permanently, but I don't see them very often, because I know when I see them, it's the same old, same old. Someone done them wrong, they didn't get what they want, why aren't they getting the work that, it's like, okay, I don't know, man, There's a lot of thinking, both from a psychological point of view, from a religious point of view, that you get the world you see. I'm going to say that again. You get the world you see. The world itself is neutral. The world doesn't have a value up or down, right or wrong, yes or no. That's a hard thing to understand, but it's true. That's why two people can see the exact same thing. One person is very excited and very stimulated. The other person, says, oh, that's wrong and that's horrible. I'm not talking about these things that are out at the limits of inhumanity. I'm talking about everyday life. And if you think positively, and if you think in a positive way about yourself and about other people, you'll be surprised at the different world you will see. If everything, we all know that guy. I've got one of them as a client. He's a wonderful guy. He's always telling me how bad things are, how he's about to go out of business. And then when they do the accounting, by February, he says, you're not going to believe it. We made $300,000 last year. I said, yeah, I know. It's always that way with you. You always see the worst possible outcome. You always see that. You're trapped by that, even when it's clearly not true. And we all have some of that in us, and I'm laughing because I know I have it in me. I could have been doing this 5 years ago up here, and I refused. So that's how you do it. You got to look at yourself, and you got to quit worrying about what other people think. Because here's what happens. 80% of the world is never going to change. They're going to stay locked in the past. They're going to listen to whatever their version of oldies are. They're always going to think that the new kids coming along, the millennials, I think it is now or something, they're not the way we were. We were the hard workers and they were, that's nonsense. And they're never going to change. And about 20% of the people that we're talking to, that we're thinking about, they are going to change because they want to change. And those are the people you want to hang around with. And you will never please those people. So we all face that somehow. Other people have expectations of us that have nothing to do with us. And so when you change, you remember those old Calder mobiles, these huge pieces of art, they hang in museums. Well, when you change in the world you live in, you move one of those pieces. And the way a mobile works is when one piece moves, all the rest have to move because they're connected. When you start changing, other people notice that, and they have to either get you out of their world, or they have to change. And the reality is, most of them don't want to change. So in ways that you don't understand, you're a threat, and they don't like it. And so they're going to do everything they can either to get you out of their life or to keep away from you as much as they can. And they're going to tell you to bring you back into the fold. Most of you that are listening to this, at least at this point, you're artists. How many of you were told that's not a career? Get a teaching degree in case you fail as an artist, you are going to threaten them in ways that you don't even understand. So I'm here to tell you, know that from the beginning. People are going to be threatened by your change because you're reminding them what I'm telling you, everybody intuitively knows in their heart about themselves. Some of them with some awareness, some of them with little. And so you're a threat to them, okay? Because you're taking the chance that they're afraid to take. You are a threat to them. Know that's the price of change. Are you willing to walk down that road alone? Are you willing to take a chance? Are you willing to give up everything you have, and I mean everything you have, to get what you want to be you? If you're not willing to do that, then you can't change. If you're not willing to fail, if you're not willing to have people say, you can't do that, that doesn't make any sense. Why are you doing that? What in God's name are you thinking? If you can't withstand that, if you need other people's approval to feel like you're okay, you're pretty much screwed.